Good evening and thanks so much for joining us on this special edition of ABC 10 News. I'm Laura Painter. We start tonight with breaking news. Parts of Highway 50 in Sacramento are completely shut down and at a standstill. We understand a helicopter is involved. This is a evolving situation right now. ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha is live at the scene, and I spoke to him just a few minutes ago on our streaming, and we were learning a lot of new information. We want to see if we can get his shot up now if we can. We know he has been working his sources here. Garshpal, I see your shot is up. Tell us what you've learned since the last few minutes I spoke to you. We're going to listen to some sound right now. Take a listen.
And Andrew, what did you see?
I was walking around my house kind of by the Geo apartments, and I was looking at the moon. I was like, wow, that's a really pretty full moon. And all of a sudden I saw this helicopter just plummeting out of the sky, and it was kind of right in between two trees, so I didn't get to see it very long, but I took off my headphones and I heard it crash. So walked right over here to see what was going on.
Was it just coming down? Was it spiraling? What did you see on that?
Yeah, it was kind of, like I said, it was right framed between two trees, so I didn't get to see it very long, but it wasn't very loud, so I don't really know. It might have been spinning because it wasn't super loud because we live right over there, so the helicopters are always super loud, and I remember thinking, like, it's moon, and all of a sudden this helicopter, so usually you hear them and see them, but this time it just plummeted right out. I didn't hear it or anything, so it might have been spinning a little bit, not too sure.
Did you hear the impact?
Heard the impact, yeah. I had headphones on. When I saw it spinning, I took them off because I wasn't sure if it was just like gonna come back up or I lost behind some trees. I took my headphones, I heard this impact and went back inside and got on police scanners and heard them talking about it.
And then when you came around here, kind of what did you see there?
Oh, pretty much the same as you guys. Just walked right over here and see all the ambulances and just praying for everyone's okay.
You've just been listening to dramatic witness recounts there. Our Garshpal Sangha talking to a witness who saw, for those of you just joining us, a helicopter has gone down near Highway 50 in Sacramento. This is according to Sacramento County Sheriff's Office. They are assisting California Highway Patrol right now. Again, Highway 50 eastbound, right through the heart of Sacramento. The traffic line is just building completely at a standstill, building to a backup right now every second. I was just checking in with Brendan Minchef, and we're hearing that this traffic is now backed up all the way to our station at Broadway that is closer to I-5. So this is quite a dramatic scene right now. And my co-anchor Chris Thomas is also on the scene. I want to catch up with him and find out where he is and what he is seeing from the scene right now. Chris, give us an update on where you are. I understand that law enforcement are trying to make some diversions here because traffic is not moving because of this helicopter. Tell us what you're seeing and where exactly you are.
Well, good evening, Laura. We are here along Stockton Boulevard, and I want to show you, I've got several police cars here along Stockton Boulevard that have actually shut down the on-ramp to US Highway 50. This is eastbound, the on-ramp, but look why it shut down. Because you actually have cars coming off the on-ramp. And this is the operation that's happening as we speak. I actually had a chance to speak to California Highway Patrol, and here's what they tell me. Their focus is getting those cars off the highway, and so they are diverting traffic as we speak down the on-ramp, and we are working now to try and actually speak to CHP. He's walking over here to me now. Sir, did you have something you wanted to say to us here? We're live. He says he's going to talk to us as soon as we finish, and so this is indeed an active investigation. But as I was mentioning there, CHP has just walked over to me. They tell me that they are working to get the cars off the interstate. We're here at US Highway 50 East at the on-ramp off Stockton Boulevard, and you see that long line of cars that is there, and police working in this operation as well. Now, here's what they tell me. They say once they have gotten the cars clear of the highway, their plan is to then take us onto the highway to get a closer look at the scene. And of course, we will bring that to you live when it happens. But here's the deal. They don't have a time frame for that just yet because this is happening as we speak. We're going to be here live working to get you more information as soon as we can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to step off and go over and talk to CHP right now. Laura?
Yeah, Chris, I know that you're right there. This is a very unusual, remarkable scene that we're seeing. The cars coming off of that ramp there, very unusual. It just gives us a scope of
Indeed, yes.
how intense the situation is. Now, being our eyes and ears on the ground, Chris, how far are you seeing this stretch? And I can see it is slow going. Describe for us more of what you're seeing around you.
Well, here's what I can tell you. I have been here for at least 30 to 40 minutes, and there has just been this line of cars, this stream of cars coming off the on-ramp. And so that gives you an idea of just how many cars and the process that they're working through as we speak to try and get these cars off the highway. I'm being told that they're going to give us a quick update here momentarily, and so we're hoping to bring you more information here shortly. But what I can tell you now is that for the past at least 40 to 50 minutes, you've had this long line stretch of cars being diverted off the interstate, off the on-ramp here at Stockton Boulevard at the US Highway 50 East on-ramp entrance. Of course, we'll be reporting live throughout the evening on air and online at abc10.com, but for now I'm going to send it back to you in the studio so that I can run over and talk with CHP.
Yeah, Chris, that sounds good. Thank you so much. Continue to work your sources out there, and we'll check back in again to get that latest update from law enforcement that you're going to speak to just now. Thank you so much for that update. We want to get now to meteorologist Brendan Minchef. You're also tracking the traffic from above here to give us an idea of how this has grown just as we've been following this developing situation. We know it has only gotten more and more dramatic as the minutes and seconds go by. Brendan, what are you seeing? What are the impacts here?
Yeah, well, 50 is a major thoroughfare through Sacramento, so when you completely shut it down, you're going to get some backups, and this is to say nothing of all the other construction that's happening around the metro area. So let's zoom in to the area where that helicopter has gone down. It's right about here, near 59th, maybe a little bit further to the west of that. Pinpointing that exact location here on the map's a little bit difficult, but point is, eastbound traffic is completely stopped. So US 50 eastbound is also inaccessible from 99. They've now got northbound 99 onto eastbound 50 shut down. You can't even take that ramp onto 50 from 99. But when this is completely shut down eastbound, you're also going to get some backups kind of behind that, right? So this is Highway 99 here. This is Interstate 5, and you can see 50 right in the middle here. So now we're talking about eastbound 50 between 99 and 5 is also backed up quite a bit at this hour. Obviously, there's nowhere really for traffic to go. It's going to have to dump out onto either north or southbound 99 if you're west of Highway 99 right now on US 50. So I know this is not a great situation, especially for this time of the evening. Here's a look at US 50 at 4th Street. We're looking east from this camera, so these cars are headed westbound. That's the junction onto 5 North and 5 South, and you can see all the cars that are now backed up. And again, this is almost to Interstate 5 and the Sacramento River, Laura.
Okay, Brendan, thank you for that perspective. We know that this is something that is impacting thousands of lives right now, especially after the busy evening commute. We'll check back in again. I know you're going to continue to monitor this from your vantage point. We want to get back out live to ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha. He has been there since this has broken out. Garshpal, since we last spoke, I know you were gathering some information, and new developments have just emerged. All eyes are on this helicopter. We are hoping that no one is very seriously hurt. At last check, we don't know what had happened to anyone who may have been on board or on the ground. Do you have any updates for us in that regard, Garshpal?
Yeah, Laura, the last update that we received just about 10 minutes ago from Sacramento Fire Department is that there were 3 people on that helicopter. Those 3 people currently have critical injuries, and they were taken to the hospital. But right now, as you take a look down there, we are on the 48th Street overpass overlooking Highway 50. And what you see there on your left-hand side, that is eastbound direction. And on the right side, rather, is the westbound Highway 50. But you can take a look at that area. It may be difficult to make out, but you can see there in the center of your screen, that is where the helicopter landed on eastbound Highway 50 there. Police have this area closed off. That's the main reason why eastbound Highway 50 is closed at this point. But the Sacramento Fire are telling me at this point that 3 people are in critical condition, and that this was a Reach helicopter that likely accesses the UC Davis Medical Center, and that no bystanders were hurt. Originally, there were reports that this helicopter may have crashed onto a car. We're learning that was not the case, so they're telling us no bystanders were hurt. And now I did ask Sacramento Fire where this helicopter was going, where it was coming from. What they told me is they don't have that information at this point, but that there was no patient on board, just the 3 crew members who are in critical condition at this point. Right now, we don't know how long Highway 50 eastbound is going to remain closed, but you can take a look at those pictures there. That helicopter coming right in the middle of eastbound Highway 50 between Stockton Boulevard and the 48th Street overpass. In between that area, that is why they have this area closed off. So the new information that we did get is that 3 victims are in critical condition. All were on board on that Reach helicopter. Laura.
Garshpal, just a few minutes ago, we were listening to an interview you had done with a young man who said he saw the helicopter crash. Can you remind our viewers, for anyone just joining in, what it was like speaking with that man and what he had shared with you? Can you describe for us what he told you, Garshpal?
Yeah, it was something he wasn't expecting. He said he went out to look at the full moon, and then as he was looking at it, he saw this helicopter come into his frame, and he didn't really know whether it was spiraling or what form, but he definitely did hear the impact that it happened at that point. He says that's where he went in to call 911, and I'm sure there are many more people that once they saw that, they sort of rushed to the scene to help out. But he was just sort of, I don't know if amazed is the right word, but he was just sort of in shock as to what he was seeing. Didn't really believe what was happening until he felt the impact. That's when he sort of snapped out of it, called 911, and that's where first responders came to help the 3 members that were on board this Reach helicopter. And that's a medical helicopter that usually transports patients from one hospital to the other, but we're told no patients were on board, just the 3 crew members on this helicopter.
Okay, Garshpal, I mean, you're absolutely right. It is a shocking scene. It's a stunning scene for anyone, totally unexpected. I know you've been out there for several minutes now since this has broken out. From your vantage point, have you been able to see any kind of work that the crews down there have been doing? I've been trying to watch along with you as our cameraman has been down there, you know, showing the scene. But have you been able to make out any kind of work in what they've been doing to keep folks safe down there?
Yeah, right now what you're taking a look at, this is a lot less police activity, first responder activity than we saw an hour ago. So a lot of first responders have since left the scene, but you can just see the police tape that's there. They haven't really messed with that scene. They're really securing it at this point. But right now, the amount of law enforcement and first responders that we saw about an hour ago, there are a lot less. And there were some even on the right side, on the westbound Highway 50 side. Those have since left, and that's why traffic on westbound Highway 50 heading into Sacramento is moving a lot faster than it was about an hour ago. It came to almost a standstill. So mostly a lot of that activity that is happening right now is on the eastbound side, and you can see the area where that helicopter had crashed has a police tape around it. So police are continuing to secure this scene to make sure they collect all the evidence that they can. As you can imagine, when a helicopter does crash, it sends debris in a large debris field. So right now they just have this scene secured. Police have been going in and out, but a lot of law enforcement have since left. So no word on what's happening there, but it's going to take some time before they can get eastbound Highway 50 reopened. Laura?
Yeah, Garshpal, that is understandable. As we see right here live on our screens here, a remarkable scene, a helicopter right in the middle of the busy 50 freeway, which is now completely shut down. Several lanes of traffic completely shut down in the heart of Sacramento here. Garshpal, an evolving situation to say the least, but just to recap some information that we had just learned from Garshpal on our scene, 3 people, the 3 of the victims critically injured, no bystanders on the ground have been hurt, but this is a situation we're going to be following throughout the night. Please don't go anywhere. We're staying on top of this. We have several crews on the scene, including we're tracking the traffic updates too. At this point, we are told there is no estimated time to reopen this busy Highway 50 shut down because of this helicopter crash you see right in the middle of the freeway there. Stay with us.